Boys and girls and other life forms from the Vulcan, Gadgetwala is back with the top 5 games of 2014. So game number 5 on my top 5 games of 2014 has to be a mobile phone game. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about mobile games because we've already addressed that in top 5 apps of 2014, which if you haven't watched already, stop being a Neanderthal man. So the top 5 games of 2014 is a very difficult list that I've put together with much reservation and restraint because I've loved at least 24 games this year. The first one that I'm starting with is numero 5. Flappy Birds. Flappy Bird started out as a mobile phone app and it's the simplest game mechanic but also the hardest game. I remember months of waking up in the morning, firing up my phone and playing it till I pulled each and every hair strand. Flappy Bird was that excruciatingly good. Here's a cool piece of trivia. In fact, founder Don Newgen actually pulled the game down from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store because he thought the game was too addictive. What was he thinking when he made it? That's like Kim Kardashian going to a slaughterhouse and saying, "Please slice my bum off." Even though Flappy Bird is off your cell phones, you can check it out online and go to www.flappybird.io. That's like IO. You know, I think I'd played the world's most mind-bending game when I had World of Goo all Tackle Boss. All of it. You've heard of World of Goo, right? That's not the Maharashtrian or the Marathi word for what you're thinking, what you do in the morning. World of Goo is an insane difficult gameplay Android app. If you haven't checked it out already, please don't show me your face, but that's not what I'm talking about because a number 4 is another excruciatingly, painfully, mind-bendingly difficult game. It's called Fluid Special Edition. You know, the gameplay of Fluid Special Edition frankly is reminiscent of Pac-Man, but it's fairly simple. It's basically you trying to avoid blobs, collect gold, all this while racing against time. If you can't handle the heat, bro, I'd frankly recommend downloading the latest version of the Angry Bird franchise, if that's even alive. I stopped playing like in 1982, but if you've just come back from a 10-day Vipassana meditation course, you might just be able to handle Fluid Special Edition. Boss, सस्ते में नहीं मिलेगा. 120 रुपए खर्च करने पड़ेंगे if you're on Android, and you'll obviously have to spend close to $2 if you're of the iSlave variety. But Fluid Special Edition brings the brains into mobile phone games. I can rap. Apocalypse, capturing people's imagination since time immemorial. And there's one apocalypse to beat them all. One induced by zombie. Okay, zombie faff aside, number 3 on top 5 games of 2014 is Dvitiya season of Walking Dead. Now, you know, killing zombies and stuff, it's done to death. Done to death, get the pun. But seriously, Walking Dead Season 2 takes the game to a whole new level. The main protagonist in the game, in case you've never played a Walking Dead game, is a 9-year-old little girl called Clementine. I love when games challenge social stereotypes. Full marks for the plot, which is not just about crazy slaying and slashing of zombies, but also the dynamic relationship between people when the world's falling apart. Take my final advice seriously though, don't play this game for more than 3 hours at a stretch. You know what's going to become of you if you do that. I don't mean Sharad Pawar, zombie. I mean, you'll become a zombie. You can't become powerful. On number 2 in my top 5 games of 2014 is a game that's in its 4th version, Far Cry 4. You know, when Far Cry 4 trailer hit the tubes, took the world by storm. All of us Indians were like, "Bhai, अपन की भाषा में trailer बना है भाई, जब शुरू होता है नमस्ते, hello India, Slumdog Millionaire." Especially the scene where the security guards are frisking the bus up, checking it for passport. They're like, "भाई, कुछ दाल में काला है क्या?" नहीं, सब ठीक है भाई, कुछ मिल नहीं रहा है. Oh my god! Will the world stop talking like Salman Khan? Seriously, there's Hindi splattered, smattered, shattered because the main protagonist, wait for this, is called Ajay Ghale. Like seriously, if you understand Marathi, you would understand the depth and the gravitas of the word ghale. How do I say this to people who don't understand Marathi? Ghale literally means to put it in, to put it in, to insert it in. You know where I'm going? The beauty of this game is mind effing blowing CGI, animation, fantastic setting. Just go check out Ajay Ghale and Far Cry 4. 91 on 100 score by Metacritic, 92.33% by Game Rankings, an IGN score of 7.8 and an AppSpy score of 5 on 5. That's what I'm talking about. Bitches, numero uno game, the best game of 2014, according to me, is the one that set all phones on fire. Asphalt 8. Airborne. I've been a massive fan of the Asphalt franchise by Gameloft, and 8 Airborne takes it to absolutely new heights. You know, frankly, 2014 for me was the year that spelled death for consoles. Seriously, thanks to kick-ass games like Asphalt 8 Airborne on your iOS devices, on your BlackBerry devices, on your Windows phones and on your droids. My god, this game is insane. In 8 Airborne, they take the game to a whole new height. Literally height, with all pun intended, because the entire gameplay is so jump focused. The sense of speed that the game imparts. OMG! Here's some cool trivia about Asphalt 8 Airborne. There are 79 sexed out cars that you can play with. This is the first game out of the entire 8 game franchise that gets an original soundtrack. Beat that. So big up to Asphalt 8 Airborne, which according to me is the best game of 2014. In case you're still wondering whether you should buy a smartphone or no, Asphalt 8 Airborne is an app that justifies you spending 20-30 grand on a kick-ass smartphone. And in case you're wondering what phone you should buy, Barina Kokaru, because the next 2 videos are going to be dedicated to just that. I told you I'm putting together a 6-part series on Gadgetwala Fame Tech that is basically recapping the entire year and all the awesomeness it had. So next 2 videos are top phones under 25,000 rupees, Sasta Sundar and the Tikaus, and the other ones are the big cows. Sorry, other finger. Yeah. So those are basically top phones above 25k. Stay tuned for that. Subscribe to Fame Tech. You can always follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, because what else would you rather do? Play these games? Yeah, okay. I'll take that as an excuse. See you guys next time. Keep downloading. 5, 4, 3, 2. Sorry. I should probably not be touching your inner thighs. Sorry.